a border wall. This is definitely.
Yo, what's going on, you guys? I am back.
I'm really excited.
We are about 10 minutes in for AEW Collision. I'm John. That's Michael Paul. Mike, take it away.
Hi, Michael Paul. Sorry if I came in a little late. I was listening, catching up on the Jesse Ventura Die First Then Quit podcast. I missed the last couple of months for some reason. So I was just catching up with that. But as John told you, we are 10 minutes in to AEW Collision. So I'm going to make this quick. There's really no news today, so we'll get right to it. To my girls, Christy, Crystal, Megan, Amanda, Mackenzie, Noah, Caitlin, I love you all much. Thank you for being such a wonderful part of my life. Yeah, there have been differences, but the present is a gift, and yesterday is history. So that's where we're going to stay focused, the present. And with that, I thank you so much. You've been absolutely wonderful to me each and every day. You made me feel welcomed here the minute I got here, and I thank you so much. So good night, my angels. We'll see each other tomorrow. And with that, we're 12 minutes in. I'm not sure where they're at, but let's go live to AEW Collision.
It's a Memphis street fight. I'm just one phone call away. Action Andretti tried to do business with his wife. Now Hero wants revenge. Wait a second. Ricky Starks and Big Bill defend the AEW World Tag Team Championship against Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. AEW Collision live next on TNT.
We're at Memphis.
Actually, of AEW action tonight with Collision, followed by Battle of the Belts. And let's go to Dodge.
Okay, that's why there's the three. There's the Battle of the Belts and why is your computer way over there?
Because I'm charging it up.
And the match won. We're not for the interference. You want to win the champion. Always an excuse for you, Kevin Kelly. Isn't that always an excuse? Who's in the head of the belt, Nigel? If the officials see it. No. And he couldn't call it. Christian Cage still the TNT champion. Let's move on. to get some business. How about this dream match to kick us off?
Hold on a minute.
And his opponent, from Colorado, number people, weighing in at 240 pounds, I'm Green and Evil.
What's going on?
I want to check something. 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 3, 1, 6.
All right.
Hold on.
While you do that, I'm gonna
Fine.
go on Supercards for a little bit.
You're gonna what?
Go on Supercards for a little
5,
bit.
1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 3, 1, 6. Okay. God damn it. No. God. Fuck. God damn it.
Save yourself a $10,000 fine. Well, if you're flying this, find this road too. First, I'll tell you. Gentlemen, please escort me to the building. Don't touch easy. Hold on.
Okay.
The first lots of fun this summer.
I just had to clarify something.
What the hell? What are you
Just one meeting in their career, like the 2018 Southern Cup fans wanted to see a whole lot more. We're going to see that here. That's one of the great things that we see here each and every week in AEW. Our collision. That's right, Kevin. Both men here requesting the best competition in AEW. And they certainly got a dream match for anyone who loves professional wrestling. Andrade El Idolo there carrying his prestigious mask to the ring. After gaining from the House of Black and homage to the legacy of his family in Lucha Libre, the Aztecs used to rip the face off of their vanquished foes, ingrained in their culture. Might be improvement with Brian. How dare you? Wow. That's Tony Storm's line.
Wow, how about that? Here we go. Bryce Remsburg is the referee, and we are looking forward to this one. I want to tell you guys, Andrade El Idolo is looking great. He came back from his injury, his pectoral injury. He's never looked better. He's in great shape. Should be a fine matchup. You hear the fans saying this is awesome already.
Because they know what this match will be. And you look at Andrade's record 5-1 upon his return. Nigel just that one blemish. Well, also courtesy of outside interference, no doubt about it.
Thanks to members of the Bullet Club Gold. But by the way, members of Bullet Club Gold will be with us here tonight.
Bang Bang Gang is here, Tony. I know how much you love them.
Try not to get too excited over there, Michael.
I saw you wearing that T-shirt earlier. About Sky Blue. Interested to see Sky in competition, how she responds from last night on Rampage, and what is her state of mind as we head into the remainder of the fall.
Yeah, that's the question. Her state of mind. Also, don't forget, we are in Memphis. That means a Memphis street fight. Eddie Kingston, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, Dave Brown will join us for that match. Miro is here tonight against Action Andretti. Plenty of story in that. And FTR returns to the ring tonight for the first time since they lost the world title here at the ring.
And of course, our main event tonight, the AEW World Tag Team Championship. New champs, Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club. Nigel, of course, all of that preceding and will be followed by Battle of the Belts.
Battle of the Belts, 3 championship matches here tonight. But right now it's Bryan Danielson who is getting schooled by Andrade El Idolo with a simple armbar. See, Bryan caught a hand to the eye earlier on. Great technique from the clam digger to get out of that.
Why do you call him?
He is a clam digger, you ask him.
I'm saying you kind of refer to it, it sounds like a pejorative. I think you need to watch your tone when you're talking about Bryan
I
Danielson.
need to know such thing. This is
The
my
audio
job
on
here.
your thing is turned down.
You know,
Yeah.
we're talking about a figuring out process when two breaks get in the ring, and that
Just for a quick moment, YouTube.
Okay, we're back.
Let me go open up the door before someone says, "Why is the door closed?"
Look at this.
Great.
The Gory Especial.
We're back. We just had to
Gory
take
Guerrero.
care have something else.
Where's the roots of Andrade El Idolo? Brought you through
Yo.
CMLL. Last
Oh.
night, Rampage, wait a second, shoulders down. No. Hold on. And again, somebody's going to get caught. Good call, McCall. It's back and forth, and now stalemate as they both look on. You were right about last night on Rampage right here on TNT. How about that Mystico match against Rocky Romero? When you look at the history of CMLL, the oldest promotion, born in 1933, and the two oldest titles still actively defended today. Their champions represented last night in a tremendous 2 out of 3 falls match here on Collision. Last night on Rampage, excuse me. Yes. We've had some great wrestling action here on TNT last night. 3 hours tonight. Don't forget Dynamite is coming up on Wednesday night as well. We got a lot to talk about as far as that's concerned. And Andrade, look at the agility of Andrade. Side headlock takeover and a great head scissor counter. And again, exactly, Nigel and Kevin, what do we expect from these two?
Great technique from two great superstars, no question about it. Bryan Danielson, undeniable character. I will give him that, something that draws people to. A sympathy, if you will, kind of like a street dog that you give scraps of food to at the back of your house.
Oh, wow.
He actually calls himself a two-legged human, believe it or not. I think some people think he means that dogs are four-legged humans, but he's actually just making fun of people who don't have 2 legs.
How dare you? Come on now.
He's got half the man that Zach Gowen is.
Controlling the leg here and putting Andrade face first on the mat.
Andrade, third generation superstar, highly decorated. Spent plenty of time in Japan and Mexico, achieving worldwide fame before coming to America. But right now, ooh.
Andrade taking over here, and you can see the wrenching of the neck. Andrade turned it into something that time and got a one count out of that. Wonderful defense shown by Bryan Danielson there.
Well, who's going to come out on top?
Look how Andrade went right down to pick him up before.
Well, Andrade was looking for the figure 4. Bryan Danielson looking for the omoplata to set up the figure 8 and the label lock, respectively. This, fellas, what the late great Gordon Soley called the human game of chess.
We're seeing it right before our eyes here in the opening down here tonight, live in Memphis on Collision, which is another just stacked program of AEW action. In ring, there's nothing better than AEW wrestling. Look at Bryan trying to do a standing switch. Down to the mat they go. Almost attempted a hammerlock that time. But now the full arm drag and the twist. And
Trying to get the omoplata, but nice escape.
he's going for that figure 4 again. Danielson kicking him off. And once again, eye to eye. Champions in wrestling are built on both offense and defense.
Yeah.
You have got to have the perfect counter game to answer any challenge your opponent can put forth. I think both of these guys here tonight, Nigel, are showing just that, offense and defense.
Yep, certainly showing their capabilities. For Bryan, though, this is the continuation of what he called the Odyssey, likening himself to Odysseus returning home from the Trojan Wars. But the question, fellas, is, can he keep up with this? Breakneck speed without breaking his neck. Don't take a break there, Tony. You look like he said he'd break my neck if he wrestled me.
Swing and miss. Bryan did not miss. Oh my God, that kick was in the jaw.
That Bryan caught a thumb to the eye early on. Vengeful.
There's some purpose behind a headbutt. And that stopped that. Bryan Danielson with that headbutt. Andrade. Oh,
Tranquilo.
Just an open shot here. Or is it? Maybe Andrade's a winning man. That's exactly what he did. Beautiful done. Andrade playing the patience game. Now Andrade may be taking part.
Bryan doing the same thing. Baseball slide down, hammer lock. Oh, to the ring post. And Danielson once again.
Prosecute off the apron.
All right, picture. Stay with us here on TNT. Ha.
I'm gonna go use the back
Collision here on TNT.
Okay.
Just because of the fact that it's the perfect storm of coincidences, like certain moments, like certain events happening at the same time, to where you can kind of see that, hey, this could possibly be real, right? From the cops' body cam footage to the 911 call to, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a camera footage from a Ring camera, doorbell camera. It didn't show the crash, but it actually recorded the audio of the crash. So all these things are like, combined together, right along with the fact that, you had the whistleblower talk about, oh yeah, there's like 12 spaceships that, the Americans are, fixing up or using, or they've held captive or what have you. So, at this point, it's just too much. Let's just see the aliens, right? So, of course, my one skeptical point is, of course, when the police with the body cam goes into the backyard and it goes black. That's me just like, dude, come on, man. But I'm pretty sure like it's out of that policeman's hands at that point, right? Whoever is holding on to that footage is going to do whatever they need to do to keep the status quo of keeping everything secret. But the policemen, they're all saying, we saw something weird, even talking to other, citizens as they're like asking questions, even to the people where the supposed, ship crashed. I just think we're almost there. I'm very excited. Still wanting to keep that little bit of skepticism, but at the same time, you can't deny something's amiss.
I think the most supernatural element out of this that we've seen in recent years was how quickly police gave up the body cam footage. For some reason, they don't do that very often. In other cases,
must have been a real light ray on those aliens. Let's just put it that way.
No, I'm just saying the fact that there are 10-foot tall aliens, I think they probably wanted to.
It wasn't man saying they were 10 feet, so they're probably 6 feet. I'm sure he overcompensated automatically. It's in his nature. I think I do believe that there is something out there. I think there's no way in this whole universe that is infinite that there isn't life form. Now, whether that life form is single celled or something else, I do think the odds are very difficult, though, to think that they would actually come here out of an infinite universe as well. Like, that's where, who knows? I think that body cam footage that shows something, I think it's more likely than not that you are seeing something that is government ran or technology that we have no idea exists than 10-foot aliens. I think in today's day and age, one, if you call the police and you're freaking out because you're seeing 8 to 10 foot, like, you own a phone. There's no way you're not recording that thing. There's just, I just find, and I also feel like 10-foot tall things walking around are not hidden easily. They are 10 feet tall walking around. That doesn't mean though, look, man, I hope it's real because we're already on the brink. And let me tell you, if aliens are proven real, there's this place called the Vatican City and a large conglomerate of people that will not be very happy about that. And I would love to watch the rat chasing its tail if that ever came out for real.
it did strike me as very, like, what was it, Signs-esque. Mel Gibson film. You know, I was waiting for that like shaky cam footage at the birthday party in Las Vegas where you suddenly see the little like thing kind of scurry across the back of the scene there. You know, it's interesting because it's like, look, I've been to Skinwalker Ranch. I've seen things working on conspiracy theory that I can't explain in terms of I guess you would say alien phenomena. I can't say what I saw at Skinwalker was like an alien because it was just an odd thing that I saw there that didn't say, it didn't point in one direction of alien, nor did it point in one direction of man-made. But yeah, I mean, I think it was Carl Sagan, I think, had the great quote that, if there's not life in outer space, then it's an awful waste of space. It is interesting. My mind is truly torn right now because I think it's kind of weirdly convenient what less than 4 or some years ago, we suddenly created Space Force, and now suddenly we're seeing UAPs and all of this alien chitter chatter and whistleblowers and all that kind of thing because, hey, if there's nothing the military industrial complex loves more than is to convince people that they need to give up their tax dollars, billions of their tax dollars to the military and contractors and things like that. So when you have a new division of the military called Space Force, it seems awfully convenient that suddenly aliens and UFOs and UAPs and all that are suddenly like at the forefront of all news cycles. Like, how easy will it be to kind of then convince people, hey, yeah, we need like $1 billion to fund Space Force to protect us from outer space.
We couldn't fight China, yet somehow we can battle aliens that can find us from years
So that's like the cynical part of Ty's brain, who's been doing news and following all this for a very long time. The other part of my brain is back when we first started fucking around with the atom and first started, doing the following the pursuit of the atom bomb and nuclear technology and things like that. There was a rash of, that's kind of when the really big UFO craze hit, in the 40s and 50s. And everybody was seeing stuff then. That amazing sighting over Washington, D.C. in that era. Everybody saw it, like a ton of people in D.C. saw it. It still hasn't been explained as to what that was. The other half of my brain that wants to believe in the terms of the X-Files says, well, given how close we are to the brink, whether it be through climate change and things like that, if there is something otherworldly or other dimensionally that's monitoring our planet, now would be probably the right time to kind of nudge us in a better direction or come down and see what the fuck are we doing down here because we're fucking up this whole thing called life and the earth and all that. So I don't know. I'm split right down the middle when it comes to aliens and things like this. I need more proof than body cam footage at this point. All of it just seemed very bizarre. As far as the whistleblower goes, I mean, anyone who's followed this kind of subject matter has known for a long time that part of the way they were able to keep it a secret is the fact that if you follow most of the reporting on this stuff, most of the things that keep it all secret at the end of the day is this idea that compartmentalization. So in order to keep something top secret, the congressmen or presidents won't know about it is if you move alien craft, if we have them, we move them over to private industry and defense contractors because the government can't go to a defense contractor and say, hey, give up your secrets because that's protected under business rights and things like that.
Why wouldn't we protect business rights if we were going to
right? Yeah, and that's one of the layers of secrecy they're able to do. It's like, hey, if we can dump the spacecraft in the hands of Lockheed Martin, well, then a citizen can't make an information request and say, hey, I want to know what Lockheed Martin's keeping secret because that falls under trade secrets and corporate secrets and things of that nature. I don't know. It's interesting, man. Like I'm intrigued. I'm hoping. I can read you this really interesting quote. I don't know how much this is real, but one of the quotes about it from the I guess the person who called it in or whatever, they said, I looked at it in the eyes and my body just froze like having sleep paralysis. A witness who didn't give his name, but apparently they said this in a YouTube video. He had a weird looking face, big feet, big shiny eyes, and a big mouth. I could hear its loud, deep breathing and its stomach kept moving. He would just stare at me and seconds later, I could move again. That's interesting. When I saw what I saw at Skinwalker Ranch, which was just a likeness guy, I could kind of relate to what they're saying in the sense that like when you see something that your mind can't explain, and I've told this story before, your brain kind of goes into the Mac pinwheel of death, where you're just trying to figure out what the hell it is you're looking at, and you can't really move, or you're just staring at it because it's just so unknown. So I don't know, man. It's an interesting, it's an interesting times we're living in.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, most definitely.
have you heard about, so just to tie it into more, have you heard about the recorded sound they got on the Mariana Trench too?
No, I mean, I've heard the bloop and like some of that stuff, but I haven't heard the Mariana Trench sound.
They got a recording from the Mariana Trench, and it seems to be an animal sound of something. But if you go by distance and size and everything, like basically it's a kaiju. But that's what it sounded like. The description was like it's bigger than anything we'd ever seen if it's real. And I think all that means is like we don't even know what's on this planet all the way.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm like you, Ty. I definitely think there's a ton of things we have no idea, whether that's interdimensional, outer space. Who knows, man? But I'm all for let's find out and let's see. I don't think we could handle it as humans.
You don't think so?
No, we can't handle the internet, let alone if there's actual life from outer space. No, I don't. I think you, Jeff, sure. There's some critical thinking where you just kind of accept it and it'd be interesting. I will say this. If there is something from another planet here, there isn't anything we're going to be able to do about it. So you better hope it's from here. Because we would nuke ourselves to stop the
Kevin, Nigel, great to have you with us. We have seen a fine match to begin this telecast. Two of the greats, Brian Danielson from the charter member of the Blackpool Combat Club, and Andre El Idolo. He's never been to Blackpool, so I'm not sure he can really call on that. But be that as it may, certainly impressive foursome. But right now, Brian Danielson all on his own mower and having a good way with Andrade. Yeah, Andrade, hands on his feet. But for a man his size, Kevin, Andrade can really move in that ring. Great combination, speed and athleticism, that chop high up in the throat. Now back and forth they go. And my man, if this match becomes all about aggression and violence, give the advantage to Andrade. Dragon went down hard then. Yes, he did. It comes up kicking though. Right back to that left arm. Again, running that left shoulder into the ring post earlier on. Let's not forget the steel rod he has in his wrist on his forearm from that break not that long ago. He ducks out the leg. Missed that take. Andrade. Flying elbow over the left side. Absolutely had it set up perfectly. Was able to connect. Take a look at Andrade now, grabbing at the left arm. Let's take another look if we can. Boom, he landed with the right, but the left
That sounds before it sounds familiar, Michael.
Yes, a different angle.
But we don't have access to pay-per-view.
Correct me if I'm wrong,
So-
Brian tried to swing that right arm to put
Yeah,
Andrade
that's
down. I
right.
don't think he's 100% confident using that right arm just yet. Foot to the face. Andrade, springboard drop kick and
Wow.
Danielson outside. Holy smokes, what a move that was. And again, the agility.
Can we see that replay?
Oh,
Oh, hopefully we'll show it.
big moonsault. And a big wrist on both ends that time. As you can see, both men hurt Andrade in the midsection. Take another look if we can. Again, Andrade's blind here. He has no idea if his opponent is behind him. A leap of faith, and it certainly paid off. And now Andrade going for the big one. Solid leg moonsault from the top one. Extra momentum there on the outside. Oh, look at the bruising on the left bicep of Andrade El Idolo. Guys, that is not a good sign. It's fired up. The man from Gomez Palacio.
And still to come, that Memphis street fight tonight. Jeff Jarrett back in Memphis against Eddie Kingston. Miro and Action Andretti. That's all still to come in our telecast. So we are just opening up Collision here tonight, live on TNT.
Then the action continues with Battle of the Belts 8.
How about that? Another hour after Collision's over.
All title matches of Battle of the Belts as Danielson, short right hands to the ribcage.
Trying to just batter his right off. There's another hit, but he's second one by Danielson. He may be trying it again. You know, the headbutt always amazed me because you put yourself really at risk as well, Nigel.
Yeah, and Bryan Danielson has had his issues in the past with his head, taking another risk.
Way up top, Danielson. Shotgun drop kick from the top. Then Danielson kicks right up. And it looks like Danielson, where that jaw set here, Kevin, is really getting fired up. Look at his face.
Has to be demoralizing for Andrade as well.
When the hands go together, the kick is on, and that's trouble for Andrade. Andrade has no recourse. He cannot even cover up here. But he gets to his feet. Look at that. Boom. Dragon screw leg.
That's going to turn things around quickly.
Oh, Dragon screw leg with.
First time in this great match we've seen any offense on the legs.
No, sir. So close. Another Dragon screw leg whip.
Keeps holding on the
Perfect. Baited him.
Hasn't even applied a can't complete the battle up road.
Oh, man. Had it on, Andrade would move the hits over to where he gets to the bottom rope kick.
Bryan fed the leg to him, said, please take it, only so he could sit down, sandbag. Set the omoplata, but Andrade was able to get to the ropes. Brilliant wrestling by Bryan Danielson.
Sneaky SOB Bryan Danielson is. Be that as it may, though, certainly erudite decision as he tries to push forward right now. Andrade on the back foot.
Your issues with Bryan Danielson are lengthy.
What are you talking about? I'm calling this straight down the middle.
Okay. And Andrade now. Oh, Bryan's hooked.
Uh-oh.
He's got that left foot.
Oh, boy.
Turnbuckle.
Andrade's
holy
swats it.
3 off.
Whoa! On the right hip. Maybe on the shoulder. Oh! Ready knees. Cover. 1, 2. Oh, sure, not yet.
This Dragon got a few more fireballs left in it.
Andrade really kind of frustrated. He thought for sure that was a 3 count. Well, you can see how heavily Andrade is breathing, what these two men have gone through in this matchup here on Collision. Like I mentioned earlier, for that Memphis street fight, Dave Brown, legendary Memphis announcer, is with us. He'll be out here for that one. And look at that big scoop sign. Still a lot of power reserve left in Andrade.
Dave Brown called Jeff Jarrett's very first matches in professional wrestling. And now he's coming back here tonight to be part of the call on Collision.
Well, a long way to go. Second time. Oh, brilliant. Oh, no, look at that.
Danielson has the counter to the counter.
He did, and now the kicks to the side of the head.
And the plotter is in.
There it is. The bell lock is on.
In the center of the ring.
Absolutely, Kevin. Long way to go. Trying to do a head fighting there to try to get free.
And now they break the hole. Comes back around. Let's see if he can.
Oh, great catch.
Yes. Put a forward in the center of the ring.
Andrade out there with that figure 4. Danielson, you can see
Here
it.
he goes. The figure 8.
Go on. Quickly, Danielson got out of it. He tried to get it on. He had it on for a second.
It's a family affair, but be that as it may, Bryan Danielson, to your point, Tony, suffered damage heavily. That left knee now, the cruciate ligaments of the left knee, certainly tweaked at least.
Andrade El Idolo, Nigel, has played a very patient game in this match. Worked to get to the leg, finally got the dragon screws. Just a taste of the figure 8.
Yeah, certainly. Ryan Danielson had the advantage earlier on, but right now, oh wow.
I'm not so sure that their heads collide that time. And Danielson holding the side of his head.
And that was the back elbow.
All right, it could have been.
Classic textbook, and here it comes. Oh, wait a second. Bales with the high kick. Watch out, in right. Looking for the Busaki knee. Hold on.
He missed it. Rolled up. Danielson's got him. 2, no. Andrade got out of it. 1, 2. Counter. Back and forth they go. Look at this one.
Winner of this match, the American Dragon, Ryan Danielson.
Is there any reason why every fan here in the FedEx Forum is on their feet? Look at them. They're all on their feet, applauding. 2 absolute masters. Pro wrestling at its best, and you've seen it here tonight live on Collision. Ryan Danielson gets the win after he was robbed a week ago on this program.
A show of respect. Both men work to the best, and they got the best. But ultimately, it will be Ryan Danielson who got lucky tonight with a quick roll up on Andrade El Idolo.
Danielson encouraging the fans to get up and up to encourage much, reaching a hand out to Andrade. Absolutely tremendous, guys. Tremendous.
The 15th win for Ryan Danielson in singles matches.
Now, acknowledging the accolades of the.
Why do you want dark in the ring?
I don't know what this is about. Hold on a second. But it's.
Whoa! I thought he. Who the?
When the lights went out, we didn't know what to expect. But now here come members of the Blackpool Combat Club.
And the lights are out again.
Ryan Danielson, in this darkness here, I'm not so sure they're. I know they got to the ring. Well, there you see. Again, there's no Malachi Black anywhere.
A little too light. Too little too light. For Castagnoli and Yuta.
On Wednesday, Vince, as they're helping Brian up. Wednesday, we saw one hell of a fight. Actually, we saw a very, very disturbing sit-down interview JR did with Nick Wayne and his mother. And as a result of that, there was a hell of a fight between Darby Allin and Nick Wayne on the outside. Let's hear this from Darby Allin about what went down on Wednesday and about young Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne, when we first got.
All the bells.
Holy shit, hold on.
It definitely is an emotional situation.
Nick Wayne's too young for AEW. He's not ready. I told you not to listen to a single word they said. Because when you're on your deathbed, Nick, none of their words are ever going to matter. What you do, you listen to them. They want to take away everything from you, huh? Well, with a fractured shoulder, I took away a tooth of yours.
Oh my God, what did you guys do?
But when this gets better, I'm going to take away a lot more. And if you want to find me and say something, Wednesday on Dynamite, I'll be there. I'll be there when Tony Khan gives Sting his special gift. And if it's what I think it is, woo, it's going to be special.
We're not kidding, Tony. It definitely is an emotional situation. It is emotional. How about what Darby just said about the special gift for Sting? We're going to talk about that in a moment. But right now, let's go back to Dasha.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Chicago, Illinois, Sky Blue.
As you can see, walking with
Apparently, it's a very surly attitude as well. You see it on her face.
And her opponent, already in the ring, Hollywood Haley.
Hollywood Haley making her collision debut.
Second generation wrestler.
Tony Khan has announced that he will have a very special gift for Sting coming up on Wednesday. And I was in the ring when Sting made his announcement that Revolution 2024 would be his last. We understand this gift is phenomenal. This is a historic gift in pro wrestling that Tony Khan will give Sting on Wednesday.
RoboCop again, is it?
And of course, with Sky backing Hollywood Haley. That's a tongue twister to say, but she's got a lot of notoriety as of late. Sky Blue, you would think.
If this is the same person I think it is,
Tail or something, but
she used to be an
in
OVW.
the eyes by the mist.
With Hollywood Haley.
And we do.
In the darker, more aggressive Sky Blue, certainly.
She looks like
But it hasn't necessarily led to success, and it wasn't long ago. Sky
I
Blue
want to
refused to accept the help of Chris Statlander, the TBS champion that we will see defending her title tonight.
Statlander came out last night during the main event, and Sky Blue walked from her. And Sky Blue's only friend in all of this has seemed to be Willow Nightingale, the young lady who's going to vie for the TBS title coming up at Battle of the Bells.
And of course, if you look at what as Hollywood Haley scores, back fist and an open palm, unique offense here from Haley.
And you see we got Battle of the Bells immediately following collision right tonight here from Memphis on TNT.
Long frame and a bad attitude there for Hollywood as she closes in. Sky Blue out of the way. Uh-oh.
Sky is so prolific with her kicks and her feet, and now running power bomb that time.
High angle, right across the shoulders, back of the neck.
And the referee is Brandon Martinez, and look at that again. Look at the face here, the eyes. They tell a story here that we are not that. Do not understand that. 1, 2, got it, 3.
Winner of this match, Sky Blue.
Sky Blue gets another win, attitude or not. Well, she's staring right into your living room, fans.
The poison mist of Julia Hart sprayed into the eyes of Sky Blue completely has changed the young lady's demeanor. The success is still there, but it's definitely a different composition overall.
Coming up next, live on Collision from Memphis, it's the Guns. Austin and Colton in action. Members of Bullet Club Gold. And we'll have that. Don't stay away. We're live on TNT. Back live on TNT. Tony Schiavone, Kevin Kelly. Yeah, Kevin. And Nigel McGinnis is with us. Oh, look at the thief.
Your following contest is a tag team match supported with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, a combined switchblade Jay White, having a mind weight of 428 pounds, Austin and Colton, the Guns.
I assume by thief, Tony, you are referring to the de facto AEW World Champion Jay White, who stole the title belt, the Bang Bang belt, from MJF after MJF had attacked him with 4 of his goons, his paid help.
Allegedly.
We saw the mask. What else do you need to know?
There's no proof that I'm not going to go there about the mask, but let's go back to Dasha right now. Dasha.
Their opponents are in the ring, Outrunners.
There's no way you can call
Outrunners.
de facto anything.
Possession 9/10 of
We'll be finally able to answer it on Saturday, November the 18th at Full Gear. MJF defending the world title against Switchblade Jay White. And these Outrunners are no joke, trained by Hustler Rick Rogers. Well schooled, they're making their collision debuts, and they're going to be very tough for the Guns.
Hey guys, Truth. Look at that nice arm drag from Truth. Now that's Turbo Floyd. One for his speed. Winner of the Jesse the Body Award, 1984.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say won the award in 1984?
That's correct.
Okay, I'm not so sure he was even born in 84.
Is frustration setting in for the Guns? You've got to think about it. Oh, Jesus!
You do not show up Colton Gunn on national TV.
The Guns are being ultra aggressive here, man. Members of the Bullet Club Gold, and they are just going right after the Outrunners.
Well, again, if possession is 9/10 of law, Jay White's got the AEW World title belt. Juice Robinson coming out this Wednesday might be the holder of the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
That's right, Juice Robinson winning the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royal to earn the opportunity against MJF by ousting Max Caster, eliminating him from the Battle Royal. Max Caster understandably devastated because obviously Caster's been eyeing MJF's ring for a long time.
Well, Caster considers himself a big fan of MJF, and they train together, and we're going to see the Acclaim coming up later tonight on Battle of the Belts, and then the Trios title. But right now, the Guns.
Here it comes, it's time! Oh, return to Yuma!
That buddy up, right out! The ball is rolled over, it's done!
Here's this match, the Guns.
Mission statement from the Guns here tonight, gentlemen. They want gold. They want to be bejeweled.
Sun's out, guns out. The Guns always up.
Yeah, I will see you on Wednesday with the Diamond Ring battle between Juice and MJF.
All hands on deck. They're looking to take everything away from MJF on the road to... Wait a minute. We saw Malachi Black earlier. What is this? Oh!
It's the devil!
What the? Reveal yourself.
Oh, the last time. Oh, look at this.
Man, Jay White looks spooked.
Yeah, they're looking around now. They're expecting anything to happen here.
They're prepared, Kevin.
And listen to the chant of MJF here.
Is that all the justification you need? That it was MJF who perpetrated the attack on Jay White?
What more proof do you need, indeed?
A little quick guns up that time. There you see it, Juice Robinson, MJF, live, coming up Wednesday, up the Nokia, Dynamite on TBS. We talked earlier about Battle of the Belts, and with that in mind, let's go to our holiday. Stand by. Here's what's here. Let's see.
Immediately following Collision, Battle of the Belts 8 is happening. Orange Cassidy, you're defending your international championship against Dark Order's John Silver. And actually, Chris Statlander is also defending her TBS championship against Willow Nightingale. Orange, this is your first title defense since winning.
If you don't mind, I need to get ready and I need a pump, and I can't find anything to get a pump. So do you mind?
What?
Oh, okay. There we go. Perfect. This is perfect.
Yeah.
All right, I'm feeling ready. I'm so ready. Oh, see, are you ready? Orange, are you ready?
Orange, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Great, awesome. That's what we love to hear. Battle of the Belts 8 tonight.
Don't miss it.
Well,
Hang on, Tony, let me get up there.
no, settle down.
We got a guest.
We sure do, fans. It is great as we're getting ready for this Memphis Street Fight. We have Dave Brown with us. Dave, how you doing, buddy?
It's good to have you here and legendary announcer. And Dave Brown. Let's go first of all to Dallas.
The following contest is a Memphis Street Fight. Introducing us from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 216 pounds, Jeff Jarrett.
Let's remind everybody of what is at stake. A victory here by Jeff Jarrett will give Jay Lethal an opportunity to face Eddie Kingston for the AEW Championship, correct? The Ring of Honor Championship, correct? That's correct.
Danny Brand, as we said, it's on his debut UFC Championship matches. You saw his first one, right?
So his first match was in the Mid-South Coliseum. It was a draw. But 5 days later, on our television show, he got his first victory. He was 18 years old. Right?
Hold on a second.
Dave Brown?
Come on now. Hold on a second.
I did not call you any of this. No.
Hold on, man.
Jay Lethal an opportunity to face Eddie Kingston for the AEW Championship, correct? The Ring of Honor Championship, correct?
That's correct. Danny Brand, as we said, it's on his debut UFC Championship matches. You saw his first one, right?
So his first match was in the Mid-South Coliseum. It was a draw. But 5 days later, on our television show, he got his first victory. He was 18 years old. Right?
Hold on a second. Come on now. Hold on a second.
I did not call you any of this.
No, can we let's lower the temperature. Please.
You need to pay attention to the ring.
Let the violence be in the ring.
All three of you, you better watch what you say.
Wow.
That's how you know it's on. Here comes the Ring of Honor World Champion in New Japan. Open champion himself.
And he's coming from Milkers who will play in that 242 rounds. He is a
I knew this was going to start fast. Street fights usually favour Eddie Kingston, but oh no! What a Memphis street fight. You don't get much more Memphis than Jeff Jarrett. This is Memphis as Elvis and Beale Street.
And you get a little Ole Miss flavor.
Yeah.
My Manning jersey.
Jeff has wrestled 500 matches in Memphis.
500 matches.
Yeah.
I also remember he started out as a referee.
Hold on a second. No. We don't need much of a referee in a street fight setting where it's all legal.
That's true.
I said, you've seen so many street fights, so many great matches here.
There's
Two yards at the Coliseum.
the garbage can lids and the garbage cans and all other things. I mean, it's just amazing some of the things that have come into play in these street brawl matches here.
Eddie Kingston setting on for our garbage matches. Right now, Jeff Jarrett with a real whooping for the Yonkers 19. Oh, Jarrett, really cunning. A seasoned veteran yet.
Well, yeah, they might be in Tupelo right now.
Atlantic Concession stand right there. Oh, it's a shade to Tupelo, Mississippi. The first round of look out for the gambling jaws of mustard.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is a Memphis street fight. There's no doubt about it. Wow.
That is slippery and dangerous for both men right now. This is absolutely what we thought it would be. And again, like you said, Kevin, a win by Jay Lethal will get Jay Lethal a Ring of Honor World title shot. Jay Lethal said that Eddie Kingston would never be as good as Homicide, the man that trained him, a former Ring of Honor World Champion himself. And certainly that would have hurt Eddie Kingston. But as I learned from my time as Ring of Honor champion, you have to be your own champion. So Eddie Kingston now trying to build a burgeoning reign as champion.
Now, Eddie was very, very upset about even Homicide's name being mentioned, but that was a game I believe that Jeff had mustard and ketchup in his hand. And there they are. Oh, turnabout is fair play. Right?
I don't want any of you talking about the yellow streak down the back of his.
Yeah, we don't want to get that paint out here, Dan. They're going to be making a heck of a mess. That's true. I can hear Andros who said, you guys need to clean that up, or we need to come back here with another. Oh, look at that.
You know it, we don't have Amanda and Dylan.
Say what?
We don't have Amanda and Dylan.
No wonder it's so much quieter.
Jay Lethal.
This match, no disqualifications.
Jay Lethal so wants to destroy Eddie Kingston and get that ROH title from him. He put his own body at risk. Here it is one more time. Look at this. Wow. Head first, another angle. Jay on the way. And Jay Lethal connects with the face of Eddie Kingston. All right. This continues. Fans, this is a wild Memphis street fight. Here in Memphis, it continues in picture-in-picture. Good job, TNT. Hockey season, we take the celebration.
I'm really getting sick of picture-in-picture all the time.
Marquis. We are back with you live on TNT. For collection during the break, Kevin Kelly, some crazy things went down. The table didn't break when Kingston was suplexed on top of it. Jeff Jarrett took care of things. And it has been a wild, bloody Memphis brawl with Dave Brown here at ringside. Boy, it's just as God intended. And a lead pipe on the knee of Eddie Kingston. And the trash cans are littering the ring.
Look at this.
We are joined once by legendary Memphis announcer Dave Brown.
Dave Brown, the weather crown is used to be called Dave.
That was a Jimmy Hart.
That was what Jimmy Hart called you one time. Yeah.
Boy, you're a charming woman, aren't you?
She's crazy. Did you hear what he said about you? That was him. That was him.
She's yelling at the fans. She's great. She's out of her mind. Jeff Jarrett has destroyed the knee. Dave,
Oh, Dave, you said that you called the first match of Jeff Jarrett. You might be calling the last match of Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, could be. If he keeps working on that knee like that, Kingston's going to have a tough time walking out of here.
How ironic you mentioned, Kevin, the VHS cassette of Memphis's bloodiest brawls, and now living that nightmare, Eddie Kingston.
this has gone just beyond the bounds of a street fight. This is a...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. The edge of the chair on the back of the knee. What this means is that the victory for Jeff Jarrett will give Jay Lethal that Ring of Honor World
That Jarrett's being
title
the shit out of
to
Eddie Kingston.
There's an idea that a member of the Ring of Honor Board of Directors, Sophie Hathaway, came up with that gives Tony some credit. And
How you do know that man is a weasel?
well, I know he's a
He wanted to chip on his show and give the success of his sister.
Oh my goodness, look at this figure four like that.
in the center of the ring. This could be the murky point for Eddie Kingston. Shakes his head no.
It's one thing to watch a VHS cassette. It's another to be in a real Memphis brawl.
That leg will break. And that leg will have to break before Eddie Kingston ever thinks about submitting. 1, 2. Has to get out almost from the pain.
Eddie Kingston calls himself the Mad King. David European, who's the real king of Memphis?
Number 3, B.B. King, Elvis Presley.
And Jeff Jarrett. Thank you very much. If he wins this match,
You should have known that he's going to put words in your mouth.
I wasn't going to say that, but okay.
Jeff, Dave Brown, bring you over here.
Oh, stop it. Let's take a look, of course, at this collection that Jeff Jarrett has had to help him get to this victory. And maybe
Can he turn it over? It's the question. And he does.
reversing the rain. And now look, Lethal's up. It's anything goes.
Oh, and he moved out of the way. Roll, as a matter of fact, Jeff may inadvertently rolled him out of the way as well.
Wanting to release the pain of being in the reverse figure four. Jeff may have moved Kingston out of the way. The top rope elbow drop from Jay Lethal.
Oh, Lethal takes a shot. Back and Eddie Kingston. It's amazing that Eddie's even on his feet here, guys.
Especially that left knee, but he's put that behind him for the moment anyway. Jay Lethal taking a real beating. And Jarrett walked right into it. Wow.
He's without his shoes. Shoeless Eddie Kingston. Oof. Those machine gun rapid fires and that little water bug himself. Yes! 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 Now come out. Why to be objective, Tony?
Down goes Sanjay.
I'm sorry, when it comes Sanjay, then I'm not. Eddie.
Oh no, what is this?
Karen Jarrett comes in the ring.
Don't you dare!
Don't you dare! Oh! Jarrett's got the guitar. Spinning back first. Wait a minute. Get down. Watch out. Oh, this really is. Look at the bodies in the ring. Devices. Bodies. Eddie Kingston's blood.
Guitar.
There's
Christ.
Oh, watch out! Lethal injection now!
Eddie. Oh! Half and half and three right over the top. This has been a handicap match from the get-go. How Eddie Kingston stood in this match is beyond me.
Kingston!
Just one duck. Someone sing. From the another stroke. The stroke. The king of Memphis has come home. Two. No.
After two count.
Eddie Kingston, Dave Brown is still alive.
Yes, he is. But Lethal is back in there working on it right now.
And there's nothing the official can do about this. No disqualifications. Eddie Kingston should have thought better of this. What can you do when you've got no friends?
Hang on a second, look at this!
Oh, there you go. Your mother must be so proud of her. Oh, no! And Jay Lethal outside the fight back. 7 foot. Oh, Eddie Kingston in the choke slam. Eddie's beat. Quadruple team here. The stroke one more time. But they're not done. They're not done. Eddie Kingston is out on his feet. Lethal injection. This is an absolute mugging. How apropos for Memphis.
The Fox 50 even knows this is wrong.
2, 3.
The winner of this match, Jeff Jarrett.
That was all legal, unfortunately, because Eddie Kingston paid for it.
Certainly wasn't morally right. Absolutely not.
Eddie Kingston's a man of his word. He guaranteed a shot with Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal got it. With help of Jeff Jarrett, of course, Karen, Silver Singh, and then Sergeant Duck character.
Yeah.
But the business at hand now, in terms of Ring of Honor and the ROH World title, is that Jay Lethal gets a shot at Eddie Kingston, and we will see what happens. We'll see what that match is like. Oh, look at this! World Tag Champs coming up!
Coming up next, Miro, the next ready. We love you, Dave Brown.
Thank you.
It's hockey season. Take the celebration.
The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass will be.
Fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, low white blood cells, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur. Take action for your loved one. Ask their doctor about Rexulti.
Coming up right after Collision, Battle of the Belts 8 is happening. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass will be defending their trios championships against the team of Daniel Garcia, Daddy Magic, and Cool Hand Hinge. What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Hey, see? Talk about Battle of the Belts. How about you use a belt on me, if you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not.
Hold on. I am so sorry. He's in this transitional phase, and we're trying to help him through this. Obviously, it's going to take a little time, but hey, on the brighter side, we have been Trios champs for 55 days. So 2.0 Daniel Garcia. You guys think being that you left Jericho's little grass for his little nest, that your next step is the Trios championship? I don't think so.
That's right, and from what I saw on Dynamite, Daddy Magic, your baked potato looking ass, you couldn't even get on the same page with Daniel Garcia, your own tag team partner. So you better get your head in the game, and also tell your pal Angelo when he's done cooling his head down, we're about to light that ass up all over Memphis, because everyone loves the Acclaimed!
Hey, potato. Well, they put Max Caster in the corner there, it seems. Nobody puts Max Caster in the corner. Wait a minute. Now here she comes. Part of the reason for this match. Wow. And flexible CJ Perry. The wife of Miro.
You know our stay live on WWE. But she's DJ now.
How I imagine you reacted when your wife tried to kiss you on your first date. It was interesting to you. For the entrepreneurial spirit of TJ.
There we go.
Taking forth and kudos to Action Andretti for recognizing the business acumen of CJ Perry. She's lovely and very, again, has a track record of success. Yes, she has. She is lovely. Action Andretti. And again, Action.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 2-minute time. Introducing first from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 187 pounds.
He only won 7 and 8 last year.
Looking for representation, someone who knows the business. It was a bold, gutsy move because Action Andretti is no fool. He knew that it would draw a response from Miro. Well, I certainly got a response from Miro and then some. Action Andretti was lucky still to be able to compete in any action. But Action Andretti grew up, state of Pennsylvania, amateur wrestler. Even as a high schooler, competed on the big stage at the Giant Center, Hershey, right down the road from me. He knows what the bright lights and the spotlight are all about. And that's why the lights tonight. Well, I'm not going to argue with you. Because he will be taking on, Tony, a fired up Miro with his own wife sitting here at ringside. And Miro wants nothing more than for his wife to go back home.
And his opponent from Bulgaria, weighing in at 280 pounds, the Redeemer, Miro!
I want to take sides here, Kevin. I know Nigel loves to take sides. I don't want to take sides here. But I think if CJ Perry wants to be able to have an impact in AEW, she should have the right to do that. What about Miro's right? As a husband, to be able to say, be able to pursue his career and earn title gold before his wife comes back to AEW. So concentrate on his career. Well, that was the deal that they had, apparently, and maybe you guys should give him some advice. You're able to keep your ladies at home.
You kidding me? Our ladies had nothing to do with this at all, but I think Action Andretti has a real shot here.
Wait a second, Lois and Dory are not part of this story, but what it is I can't tell my wife what to do.
The best way to keep your wives at home, you guys leave.
I'm interested to see how Miro responds.
Look at Action Andretti has his eyes straight ahead. Yeah, can't get caught in that corner against Miro. He knows that too. Oh, but he got caught.
A big bear of a man. Yeah. Once he gets his hands on you, it's almost impossible to escape.
Let's not forget that Action Andretti burst on the scene here at AEW by beating Chris Jericho. So don't think he cannot beat Miro because he can.
Absolutely. But he has a 7-8 record overall, and he's looking for a spark. Oh, how about that?
Big Bill landed on his feet that time. And the drop kick as Miro came in, rushing in. He's doing it again. He's trying to get the big man on his feet, using his speed, hitting the fireballs, and another drop kick, and that got him down. Action Andretti has come to fight.
Well, wait a second, guys. I'm just getting word. Jeff Jarrett has left the building.
Oh, come on. Thank you for that, Nigel. And here's
Action Andretti may be following him quickly.
Springboard.
Somebody get a stretch for a smile on the face of CJ Perry. Well, I'm not sure whether is that a good sign or not.
Listen, I'm sure she's happy for her husband, right?
She has to be torn. And happy for Miro. Would love to see success for Action Andretti.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's be honest. Oh! None of us know what Action Andretti whispered to CJ Perry. It might have been something a little uncouth.
I doubt that. Oh, I would hope not.
Well, maybe that was what Miro got so fired up. We understand. Had to protect the dignity of his wife.
These are massive, massive lariats. Oh, throws him head first. Miro, Action Andretti. Here, live on Collision, continues in picture-in-picture.
Hi, Phil Swift.
Premieres November 7th on TBS.
Back with you live on Collision. We are in Memphis here on TNT. Miro and a young Action Andretti who is a gamer who is here to fight. But Miro has just been too powerful so far.
And of course, the side story with CJ Perry, Miro's wife, here at ringside as we get another look. Her track record of success and her business acumen speaks for itself. And Action Andretti asked for the business title, wanted to be represented by somebody with a track record of success.
Prove himself. He got a beating last week, but he's fighting back valiantly and bravely here tonight. Miro's hot and flexible wife is a cold, stiff guarantee of a good beating, in my opinion.
And certainly Tony has drawn a response from Miro, who wanted to become champion in AEW before having his wife join him. Like you said earlier, he is a...
I do care.
Alien. So,
but think about it this way, though. Like most of the occurrences have always happened in events where we're fucking around with not nuclear energy in regards to lighting our homes, but using it as a weapon, right? So, I'm going to lean on the side of they're here to help and be like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing? Stop this shit. Everybody's like looking at Earth like, look at these evolved monkeys jumping around, you fucking around with an atom. Yeah.
I do really appreciate your positive look that they would help. I think that's great if they were, we're here to help. I can't tell you how confident I am that America in itself would not act in a way that would make me proud. But you would like to think after that, you would kind of dissolve the border mentality and go to just like human mentality. But I don't think there's any chance of that because you have to burn it down before we come back to that. Like you have money is involved, greed, emotions.
Yeah, it's interesting because I kind of lean towards Jeff's thought pattern of I can only imagine that and it's funny that scientists don't bring this up more. Is if we're talking about interstellar beings or even interdimensional beings, because I've heard that as another one too, that it might not necessarily be something from outer space as much as like something from other dimensions of reality. In my head, if something has mastered the art of the science and the technology and the art of space travel and breaking faster than light travel or warping or whatever the hell it would be, I would imagine, given the severity of space, that they would have also come to the conclusion that life is precious. That life is such a rare thing, when you think about the vastness of outer space and how desolate it is. Our human inclination is always like, oh, we'll have more technology, they're more advanced, so we're like an anthill to them. But when you're talking about how rare and precious life could be in this vast wilderness of space, my mind also goes the other way that, well, why do we assume then that they would look down on this? That feels like a very human emotion.
Because that's all we know.
The opposite. Right. And if anything, it'd be the opposite, that if something's able to travel distances of time and space, it would probably realize, this whole life thing is rather precious, and we need to do everything we can to maintain it. So they might not come down here looking to, look at these things, let's just squash them if they get in our way. They might come down here and say, look, they're primitive and they're stupid, and they're definitely trying to kill themselves. Let's try not to let them do that because life is such a precious thing.
I like that premise, and that makes more sense to me. My fear, I'm going to be honest, my fear is not the alien. My fear is our reaction as I see it day in and day out. When people are confused and don't understand something and are afraid, we've been conditioned to react with anger, frustration, and hostility.
Good point.
And we don't exactly, come on, man. You can't watch the news and see how our government operates. That I don't know what would give you confidence that we would handle it in a open arms, positive, let's figure it out, let's see, I feel like, at least in this country, there wouldn't be an instant recognition of like, we need to play this cool because we're not holding pocket aces. and you're going to have to.
We're holding small spades where we don't have the big and little joker.
No.
I agree to a certain point, Joshua. I think that by and large, what we see on TV is actually, I think, the minority of people that are out there that will for sure want to shoot first and ask questions later. I think that the big thing is that, once you get past what governments will do, because their first inclination is to shoot first and to position themselves in such a way, like puff their chests out and, act more aggressively than being more welcome. I think as a whole, these beings will look more to, going to someone's backyard and saying, my bad, we got a flat tire, we'll, be out of here in just a second, right? Instead of crash landing, say, on a military base where all hell will definitely break loose.
It's interesting too, the fact that like if we're talking about something that is not of this world, there is a kind of, I love the ego that human beings have but they totally understand our infrastructure when it comes to organization, when it comes to government. What is this thing we call economy?
Yeah. I hope it's real just so I can look at people in the face and be like, please explain to the alien why we're segregated, why there's a class system, why there's this anger. Like, just explain to them, walk them through why you're mad about Target and Bud Light. Go ahead. Give them the rundown. Walk them through it. Like, explain to them religion and why Christianity is better than this one. Like, that's what I want to sit back and watch. Of like,
it would be fun to like get their experiences, like sort of like going to like a sporting event and being like, so every Friday night you guys go out and ingest a poison to make yourselves a little bit high so you can relate to one another.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like an alien's perspective of half the shit that we do?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The first thing I thought of was how long before somebody tried to bang it.
Well, I think the next topic should be the androids that Elon Musk has made, because
well, if they're 10 feet tall and the stomach was moving, I think of two things. I either think Total Recall and Quado, or I think of, okay, maybe they're a suit. Maybe their suit is 10 feet tall. Who the hell knows? The only thing I don't like is sleep paralysis from looking at it. I'm cool on that shit.
Yeah, the sleep paralysis is not fun for anyone who's had to.
it could be a defense mechanism, right?
Yeah.
Could these aliens?
I come in peace, other than I come in peace, but like, I didn't come anywhere in peace.
Do you guys remember the big movie, I Come in Peace?
Dude, they changed the name of it.
Did they really?
Yes. It's called like Dark Angel or something. Dolph Lundgren, the end line was, I come in peace, and then he says, and you go in pieces, and he blows them up. I saw that in the theater, Ty.
Oh, one of the all-time great B movies from, I think it was the 80s or early 90s.
Was not even a B movie.
Was it really a mainstream?
Yeah.
It was.
No, it was.
All right, well, here, as we finish up this conversation, all right, let me ask you this. Of all cinema aliens, which would you hope would be like the closest to like what we get in reality? Like if the aliens come down, like what would you be hoping for?
Well, there's a lot of options out there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, would you go like, I hope the Vulcans because they kind of look like us and they're super logical and generally peaceful?
Mantis.
So the first thing that came to my mind was E.T., kid of the 80s. Like you would want something like that, just so that us humans can have a little bit more empathy, and care. First Contact, Star Trek would definitely be cool, but I'm kind of thinking we're probably going to have to do The Day the Earth Stood Still. Like, that's probably going to be the one that we have to do in order to be like, oh yeah, we're a bunch of jackasses right now. Let's snap out of our stupor and, I don't know, evolve.
Let's not fuck with Gore.
Yeah, I think I'd go Fire in the Sky, where they're just they're figuring out what we are, and I don't think that would be fun for some people. And I will say, if they have been doing that for a while, thank you for erasing those memories. I'm good. That's great. Study away.
I'm trying to think what I would go with.
The cool thing is, we have no fucking idea. It'll be so.
I go with like Starman, Jeff Bridges.
Oh.
There you go. I'll dust that one off from back in the 80s.
Nice. I mean, you hope it's just not Independence Day or like.
Or Alien.
Or Alien. Oh, yeah, that's stuck.
Yeah, no, fuck
that. Alien. Like, we have a hard one, because then you know it would be like, Monsanto would be like, we need the eggs.
And the only thing I would say is like, I feel like if you're a species that like colonizes, envelops, and takes over, you don't do, because it's been going on for how long we've seen things like. So first off, what if it's more than one? Like, we're talking about it like it's one planet. You know what I mean? Like, there could be.
Well, it's funny you should say that, in my nerddom, there's supposed to be like a series of alien races. So you've got the tall whites, then you've got the grays, those are the little green men. Then you have the reptilians, and I'm missing one more.
Where do you get this info from?
Oh, well, the interwebs. Like, these are supposed to be like your basic alien races, but then you've got the Anunnakis, which have been, hanging out with, North Africans, North Africa.
Aren't they like at war with each other too? Wasn't that like part of that thing?
Situations, but Action Andretti is looking to simplify things and take Miro off his feet. Easier said than done, though.
Action Andretti, jaw set, goes running in. That's the things around now. Yes, sir. He's got him rocking here now. He's going to try and take this opportunity quickly. Right, stand, but there you go. Took too long. What's that? Spills on the outside, right at the feet of his wife. And Miro bounces right up against our broadcast desk here. Ringside. Action's gonna go. No! Tope con Hero over the top into the face of CJ Perry. He's not smiling now. Let's take a look at the dive one more time, Nigel. Yeah, pinpoint precision. Got all of it. Watch how much body to body. Taking down the big monster. Oh, cross body. Oh, fearsome, monstrous, and redoubtable. That's the man that CJ Perry wants to represent.
And Action Andretti has done all he can to gain victory here tonight. But it will be the put-away. Oh, wait a minute!
He was going for game over, and Action Andretti is not done yet. He rolled the big man up. He got him too, and he almost beat Miro. How about that?
That would have been every bit the victory, the order of his win over Chris Jericho. He's about to have lightning strike again.
Spinning DDT, putting down Miro. Barely getting to his feet. Shotgun, double-footed dropkick.
CJ Perry is on her feet now. She likes what she sees.
Or is she just concerned?
And 450. Blink is right.
No, not even a 2 count. Oh boy. Action Andretti realized he's in the ring with a monster.
Miro's twice his size, though, Nigel. How does Action traverse forward? Hard to put a hold on. Hard to grab and lift.
Moving forward. He's going to try to...
Whoa, wow.
He got him up. Miro raked the eyes, I do believe, or grabbed the forehead.
Now see, but
He almost got Miro.
there's no way he could have gotten them up like that unless the guy was helping him lift it.
Come on now.
He's out. Yeah, he is out. It is game over.
Here's his match. Miro.
With the win. Game over for Action Andretti. And it's Miro who is over with his hot and flexible wife.
She applauds her husband. At no point did CJ Perry ever say anything negative about Miro. She only wanted to see success for him, and nothing has changed in that regard.
We have this big announcement to make, fans. After she earned the win last night, right here on TNT on Rampage, Ruby Soho will get a world title shot against the champion Hikaru Shida coming up live Wednesday on TBS.
Oh, man. Dynamite's going to be huge this Wednesday.
And don't forget the Acclaim will defend the Trio Championship coming up later tonight on Battle of the Belts. Soho gets her title shot Wednesday live on Dynamite. But right now, here's Lexi there. Lexi.
Coming up later tonight on Battle of the Belts 8, these guys will be vying for the World Trios Championships. And it seems like last night we squashed the beef. Is the beef still squashed?
Excuse me, little Miss Priss. Are you trying to stir the pots? We are on the same page. We are on the same team. We are professionals, and we are going to win tonight.
The whole world wants to know, are we on, thank you, Anna, the same page? I'll tell you what happened this morning, 9 a.m., you know what we did? Had a little family breakfast, a cup of croissants, right, boys? Cup of coffees for the boys, no problem. Everybody's on the same page. You know what we didn't have? We didn't have any dancing. No dancing. It was a great morning, a great breakfast.
You know what?
What?
Stop.
Is this the joke?
You're not doing this on camera again. You and you.
It's just a joke. It's just a joke, Anna.
Guys, do we still have time? Okay. Well, now I'd like to bring in my next guest, Ruby Soho. Family problems?
Yeah, they're falling apart.
Another feeling.
But at least after tonight, I can call myself a champion.
It's sweet. And get out of my shop.
So, Ruby, I'm going to cut you off because, that got me thinking. Around here, everybody seems like they think that they deserve a championship. You know who deserves a championship? Ruby Soho. So I'm just laying down the gauntlet. Here on Collision, I'm laying down the gauntlet for whoever. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't care. I'm going to become a champion because it's what I deserve, Lexi. We got a lot going on.
These are the faces. Face the reality.
Or what? Just to see, to all the rest you get what I deserve. What I deserve. Okay, we understand that there is something going on in the backstage area. Do we have a camera back there? Let's see if we can go back there right now, guys. Let's check it out here.
Come on, man. Give me a minute. Jay Vito, you want to know why I made you jump through hoops to earn this title shot? It's because you call a man who's not your blood uncle. How does your mother and father feel about that? The Jay Vito I remember used to be in love with pro wrestling, the mistress that we all love, the woman that will never love us back. But that used to be you, Jay. Until you went along and started hanging out with that carny son of a bitch, Jared, and his son Jay, his little lapdog. I used to be someone I used to respect you, Jay. But now look what you've become. You are not a man anymore, Jay. You're not a pro wrestler anymore, Jay. You are Jeff Jarrett's little bitch. What happened to you? Do not bring them to our fight. If you are man enough, don't do it.